Okay, so this video will be mostly just me sharing my thoughts on this new twist that Drag Race added as a gag for the premiere of its 13th season. So there will be spoilers up ahead for the episode, and it's not going to be a visual video, that's an oxymoron, but I mean, it's something that you listen to rather than watch, as, again, it's just for discussion. Basically, and as you probably know if you're still watching, the 13 queens cast on the season had to lip-sync for their lives in 5 pairs and 1 triplet, threesome, one of the two, and each lip-sync had a winner. The 7 losers were then sat backstage, and the gag of the season is that the 7 queens that lost their lip-syncs will vote one of their own out, and then the remaining 6 will be back in the competition. Probably to go head-to-head with the winners from episode 1 in the first group challenge of the season in episode 2. I'll be honest, that reveal at the end, those last 30 seconds of the episode, had me gooped and pooped. I audibly gasped when Rue revealed that one of them would get the job without even competing on the season. It was a really shocking moment, and props to the producers for actually making me react to something that's happening on the show this strongly. However, it's clear that the producers saw how well the first 2 episodes of season 12 were received and thought, okay, let's now divide the girls into even smaller groups, but have it all happen in one episode, each group doing the exact same thing as the other. That won't get repetitive at all. It did. It really did. After the second pair of queens, I skipped from the entrances to the result of their lip sync because, again, it was just the same thing over and over again. Later, I did rewatch the episode in full just so I could talk about this twist with having full knowledge on the episode. And knowing everything made me not appreciate the twist even more. Now, what do we and the queens know about the first episode of Drag Race? Any first episode of Drag Race. The queens will come into the workroom in looks that they believe represent them the best. First impressions and all that, you know. They will probably do some photo shoot or some sort of a mini challenge, so those looks are just there to be like, hi, hello, it's me. Now let me de-drag 5 minutes later. Then comments will be made about how X is a cute boy, RuPaul will say, oh my god, who are these men? And we will all laugh because that's funny. Or something. The production knew that Denali was an ice skater. God, I hope I said her name right. They saw her entrance look that included skates backstage. They knew that she had to perform and that she couldn't do it as well on ice skates, not to mention that that could have caused an injury not just to her but to her opponent as well, and they still did not do anything. Furthermore, Denali said on her Twitter, but then quickly deleted a tweet, that they did not allow her to put guards of some sort on her ice skates. Now, if the producers had been like, hey, so this ice skater girl, she's almost certainly going to lose a lip sync if she does it in skates. We should tell her to change that. They would have made the competition fairer. What the hell, they nixed Manila's pad dress and Monet's burkini for no reason other than thinking someone would find it offensive. Some people have raised a counter-argument that being told that would have given Denali an unfair advantage. Now, if you prepare, let's say, to run a marathon, but are told last minute that you will be actually doing a triathlon, would you be getting an advantage if the organizers of the event gave you a bike and something to swim in, when everybody else already has that there? No. It would be, as I've said, making the competition fairer. Also, that video Denali posted on her Instagram and Twitter is fantastic. Drag Race only allows for the queens to show a spectrum of like 10 skills, maybe. Anything that's not in that spectrum is a no-no for the show. I'm not saying that Denali should have been given a place to ice skate on the main stage for the lip sync, but... and again, she should have been allowed to change her footwear, or at least take the fucking ice skates off. Her case is kind of the worst in the episode, as it really does seem like she was set up, but some other girls also were in looks that did not allow for some proper performing, like Kimora Hall, for example. The whole thing for this episode is a cute concept, but it was executed poorly. Furthermore, the main problem is that, and I'm saying this just with the information I got from the first episode, with almost or even more than 2/3 of those lip syncs, they were kind of, I don't want to say predetermined, but rather that the results were made even before the lip syncs happened, but based on the storylines that the producers and the editors were pushing, it did come off as very fabricated. Now, Of course, it's plausible that magically the judge's decision in the episode corresponded with the overarching storyline that the producers and the editors made months later while making this episode. But regardless of if you agree or disagree with the outcome of these lip syncs, let me raise a few points and then we can discuss, and I will say which ones I agree with. Firstly, oh yeah, I'm supposed to believe that the internet darling of the season and Candy Muse wasn't going to win her lip sync. Listen, I may have been born at night, but not last night. I've already mentioned the Denali versus Lala Ree lip sync, so that's 2 for Rigor Morris and 0 for fairness. Now, I agree with the outcome of the Simone versus Tamisha lip sync. Not that that matters, but I'm just throwing it out there. But you know damn well that they had Lala Ree be with the winners. The losers had to have her drag mom there so as to have that storyline of them going up against each other present. The last 2 lip syncs of the episode also clearly were just there to push the storyline of Rosé versus Tina Burner. 2 queens from New York, where one of them said that the other one probably doesn't like her. Now, you might be like, oh my god, how would the producers know that? You're reading too much into this. Well, firstly, they have internet access, I assume, so they can look stuff up, and most of those producers and casting agents are part of the gay scene, at least in LA, so they know some inside gossip. Furthermore, during the casting and auditioning process, the queens have to provide some stories about themselves and such so that the producers can pre-plan storylines. Do you really think that Alyssa and Coco being on season 5 together was a coincidence? Now if you do, God, I love your naivety, and I wish I still had mine, but I have to burst your bubble. So yeah, 5 out of 6 lip sync outcomes could have been easily guessed, just even before the lip sync started. Now, I will also throw this nugget out there, only because Tamisha said it herself and the producers left it in the episode, but you know damn well that the girls want to eliminate her, and you know damn well why if you watch the episode. I'm not going to say anything, you're smart, I know you are. Now this whole twist also makes the season way too predictable, because nobody from the losing 7 can win the season now. What would that say about the season if their winner lost in the first episode? I will be making a video predicting the winner after the 5th episode of the season, but just off the bat, not knowing any spoilers, it's probably going to be any of the Candy, Lala Ree, Simone, Gottmik, Olivia, or Tina bunch. I'm hoping for Simone or Gottmik, I hope I did not just jinx them, but knowing the producers and Rue, they will probably be pushing for a Candy or a Tina win this season. And that's a very broad and general prediction. The one that I will make in a month or so, will be more precise. And yeah, that's kind of it. That's the rant, video, something. I think I mentioned everything that I wanted to say. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let's be nice, let's be polite. Let's not spoil the rest of the season for the people that want to watch it normally. And let's just enjoy ourselves. You know what? This year will be good. I know it. To quote the Spice Girls, we're gonna make it happen. Thank you for watching.